Yeah, straight from Pakistan to LA to Boston. In the studio, it's been like 4 or 5 years in the making. She's in the studio. Victoria Monét, what up?
Hey,
welcome back.
Thank you.
How you been, man? It's been what a journey since.
Applause. Thank you. I'm bowing. I feel great. I feel amazing. How about you?
I'm great. I remember seeing you that night. You are such a star, and I'm so glad the world can see how talented, and you're super sweet too, by the way. Your whole team was super sweet, and yeah, it's just great to see you just getting all your flowers and just killing it, man.
I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
What was it like when you got that nomination? I know you won them too, but like when you got nominated for Grammys and iHeart Awards and all that started happening. It started happening quick.
Right.
So talk about where you were and how long you were working, because I know we talked about this earlier, how long it took to get to where you were, and then when it came, it
went crazy. So for me, I always like to compare it to the bow and arrow.
Okay.
I felt like there was so much tension in my career, and I was being pulled back like a bow and arrow. And as soon as the god let go, it was time to go. It was fast and it was far. And so sometimes you're flying through the air that way, and you don't really get to sit and enjoy and really experience what you had been trying to manifest all along. So now I'm kind of in a reflective space where this past year I did a lot of shedding, and I was able to slow down a bit and work on the next album and really reflect and appreciate all the momentum that I had while I was soaring, and try to replicate that same thing again is really the goal.
You're that kind of artist that I feel like that was perfect. Like how you kind of did your thing and then you disappear, because you're a writer. You're an amazing writer, you know? So I don't think you just write out of nowhere. Like it's got to come from somewhere.
You have to have the life experience in order to write. Otherwise, you may be writing someone else's story at a point, or you feel a little bit empty as a creative. So you have to go back and fill your cup and experience things that bring about the emotions that you want to write about.
But you do write for other people too. So when you write for other people, are you writing your story, or are you like studying them and then writing their story?
It's a bit of both, right? It's when I'm in the studio with someone who I'm writing for, I'm asking their experience, almost like a therapist would ask, like, so how do you feel today?
Yeah.
And based on what I know about them and what they tell me, and then I kind of inhale that in a way, and then I shine that back out into a song. It seems like a bit of a prism effect. Like it will be their story through my lens, through my style, through my experiences also. So there's a bit of me in it, in the DNA, but ultimately my goal is to be vulnerable enough and submissive enough to accept whatever their story is and not try to kind of interject in that creative process. But I would just be the vessel at that point. Now when it's for me, it's all, I could say anything and everything, and nothing is against the rules, really, because it's my own expression.
That's amazing. Victoria Monét's in here right now. Now, going back to you started in the writing world, right? Like that's how you really came up, you think?
I would say that I always was an artist. I was just writing my own music. So I was always writing, yes, but I actually started writing just for myself. I grew up in Sacramento, and I didn't know of anyone who would write for me. So it just felt like a natural thing to do. If you want to make music, then you go make it, and you write. And then when I got more into the knowledge of the music industry, I discovered at the time they were calling it ghostwriting. Like, you should be a ghostwriter. I'm like, okay, cool. I never heard of that. I always assumed like if I heard Mariah sing it, if I heard Michael Jackson sing it, they wrote it.
Got it.
So just digging more into the information of that, I found that it was a whole career, and I was very interested in it because not everything that I have to say should be said with my voice. I want to paint with other colors. So it's really cool to be able to tell someone else's story through your melodies, through your style, or really be in the studio with other voices and hear your style on what if I want to do a rock song and I get to hear someone like, Teddy Swim's voice that I don't sing that way, but my lyrics and things can be conveyed in a different way by giving him my lyrics. So I enjoy both.
Got it.
A lot. Yeah.
And the reason I ask that is because a lot of times when you get to a certain level and your pen game is so strong, I'm talking to some of the new artists that are listening right now too, because their pen game is strong, but they don't know how to go that direction. And sometimes when you get to a place, they'll be like, "Yo, just worry about your pen. We'll get the placements and stuff like that." So I didn't know if you ever went through that, where just keep giving us music. We'll worry about your artist stuff later, when we know they worry about that really later.
100%. 100%. I think based on algorithms, based on amounts of followers at the time, based on investments. Like it would be more profitable for somebody to tell you at a certain point, you need to give this song to a bigger artist because it's going to reach more people and it's going to go further and you're going to make more income. We all will benefit more from this artist singing it versus you because no one knows who you are. Yeah. So definitely have gone through that. My answer to that is that everything starts as a seed. And then it becomes a plant, then it becomes a tree, then it grows. So if you don't give yourself the opportunity to be watered, then you won't become a tree. So you can't just give all of your fruit to the trees. You have to become one on your own. Maybe evenly distribute your creative process. Right. Do some for you, do some for other people, because, you know, logistically you will have to make income, make ends meet. Yeah. And if that's bringing you money, it makes sense to do. Pero you still need to invest in yourself with your time and your creativity so that you feel fulfilled and inspired still, because that can become resentful a bit. You can become resentful to other artists and labels and people who are telling you to give your art to other people. Right.
Especially if it's working and it's connecting everywhere else. It's like, oh yeah, let's just keep doing that. Right.
It's like, so you like me, but you don't like me as me. You like me through like the Wizard of Oz way. You know, you only like me through the lens of wizardry. You don't like my voice and my look and my style. So it is very important to stay true to yourself and make sure that no one is able to tell you no when it's your work and you're only doing things that feel the best for you.
I love that. Victoria Monét is here right now. You saw how long the elevator ride was, right? It's like maybe about a minute and a half, maybe. Yeah. So say you go back down right now. You got your next event you got to get to. You meet the Victoria Monét in the elevator going down, and she asks for advice. Yeah. In that minute and a half, because you got to go. You can't stay. What are you telling Victoria Monét from 15 years ago in the elevator?
Ooh, I would say trust. And when the quickest way to explain trust is trust in every way. It'd be trust in your gut feelings, trust in your intentions, trust in God, trust in the process, trust in the timing of everything. Trust is a big, I guess it would be like ego death, because your ego would tell you when things are supposed to happen and what they're supposed to look like, and the comparisons and all of that, and the question of why am I not, and why isn't it me, and all of those things. But it goes back down to the base of trust. And if you have trust in yourself and your craft and all of that, you'll keep going and you'll fight through all of those narratives, and you'll find yourself exactly where you need to be.
I love that. Do you think you had that trust at 15 years ago? Did you have that? Because when we were younger, we want it right away. And the same thing with me as a DJ. Now it's easy. You know, we sound like people that were above us or older than us saying, yo, you got to just wait for your time. Yeah. But when you were 15 years ago, you're like, it's my time right now. Yeah. So how was that? Like, how did you pass that?
Delusion. You have to be actually delusional, like in a positive way. You have to be so crazy that your dreams might scare you, and it might scare the people around you to and try to steer you against it. But if you start feeling that, and like the jump is big, you're probably in the right space. But delusion will allow you to kind of sustain the belief that it will happen today, because maybe it will happen today for you. For example, I feel like Lil Nas X, it was his first song or two that was very successful for him. And then in my case, it took 15 years for a Grammy. So it depends. Like, would you, the question is to yourself, are you down for the ride if it doesn't happen today? Or if someone told you it's not going to happen for another 20 years, would you still work just as hard today as you would if someone told you it is happening today? And so every day you wake up with the delusion or the illusion that it will happen today, and it might. So you have to operate in that headspace and manifest it, because technically it could in this world, but it may not. Right. But yeah, I think I've just had to be a little bit crazy.
I always
no plan B.
I always talk about the 20-year artist. There's you're that artist. When we talk about like the longevity of these artists, didn't happen overnight.
No.
All of them, like all the ones that I've come that sat right there, have told me about this long. And then the ones that come in, with the real big record, it's like Instagram. They pop off real quick, and then you can't sustain that. It's hard to sustain that because there's a lot of work behind the scenes that needs to be done.
Yeah.
And you've worked it, man.
For sure.
The Jaguar series was amazing, man. I remember when I saw you perform, I don't know how much you like this or not. I think I told you that night too, but I'm going to tell you again. I remember sitting up my boss at the time and your people. I was like, yo, this is Janet Jackson meets Michael Jackson meets Beyonce with the dance.
These are big things. Whoa.
You were so dope. And this was like 5 years ago or whatever it was. You know what I mean? Look at this. This is us back then, see?
Stop. Look at us.
Yeah. So, I could just imagine how much fun it's going to be. And now you had your tour. Now you're going on the road with Bruno.
Yes.
So how did that connection happen? Because that's a stadium tour.
It's a stadium tour.
And around the world.
Well, I'm doing Europe.
Yeah, you're doing Europe.
The European dates. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm very excited.
That's still around the world. It's not here right now.
Yes, it's definitely nice on the other side.
Over
of
the
world
pond, as we say over here.
Right. Exactly. No, I'm really thankful and excited. But that was a manifestation as well. In 2020. I had this live performance of Jaguar. And 2020, we're all in the pandemic. Yeah. So I couldn't perform it in front of an audience. So I decided to film it. And I was deciding when I should put this filmed, beautiful, arranged dance performance, singing performance out on the internet. And when I did, I tweeted Silk Sonic because they are just coming out at the time, and I thought they may go on tour once the world opened back up, as we said. And so I was like, I submitted that as my audition tape for them. And lo and behold, I'm going on tour with Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars.
That's amazing.
So it's like, you really don't know when things are going to happen, because I would have said, oh, if they go on tour this next year, that'll be me.
Right.
This is 5 years later.
Yeah.
So it's those types of delusional actions that may get you further along.
Right.
But it manifested through consistency. I kept showing up, keeping relationships, keeping my craft well sharpened, and really believing that it is possible for me to do something like that. And
we're excited, man. That's gonna be an amazing tour. I know you're doing the UK run right now, but he's so much fun to watch live.
Incredible.
Yeah,
he's incredible. I really enjoy. I've seen him on tour in Europe when I was opening for Ariana. He had a show. I went to go see the show, and that was an arena show. It was incredible. But I've seen him a couple of times in his Vegas residency, and there's no phones allowed. They zip your phones up, which is such a nice experience because you actually be in. I wish people be like, "Girl, come on now, I want to film you. I'm doing this." But it allowed you to really connect with the performance and really without distractions. The only caveat for me was that he performed in the Vegas residency. I had to go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom, came back, and D-Mile, who's producer extraordinaire and his producer also, he's like, "Oh, did you hear that?" I'm like, "Hear what?" He's like, "Yeah, he shouted you out." And I'm like, "No way!" So then no one could film it. No one had. I couldn't watch it or anything. And I was like, "Why? Why did I have to use the bathroom at that moment?" But yeah, I did enjoy the fact that we could just connect directly with the music and the frequencies instead of everybody having this piece of equipment in between you and the sound and the people. So I loved that experience.
I stopped the clubs because I really got tired of people dancing with their phones. So I tried to do a night called Unplugged, where you literally are not allowed to have your phones. Bro, it lasted like 2 weeks, and then people are like, "We need our phones." I was like, "This is sad, man."
I'm like, well, is there any other thing we could do? Like maybe it's like, can we just do walkie-talkies or something for a little bit? Like something else besides that screen. Because I just, when you said that, I got the imagery of like people doing ballroom or slow dancing, but not with people, but with their phones. Yeah. Like just with their electronics.
Yeah.
Which is so interesting.
That's where it's going. I feel like it's sad.
Honestly, come on, Elon, you know what he's doing. He's about to have a robot ready for salsa.
Victoria Monét in here right now. 3-time Grammy winner. Your daughter is the youngest Grammy nominee in the record books.
Yes.
So now, as I saw like Jay-Z and them do that. Is this becoming like a real estate for your offsprings? Like instead of buying them property, putting them part of your song. I know she was part of it too, but giving writing credits. Because why not? Like, Victoria, you can give me writing credits on a word, and I would be paid for a long time.
Yeah, this is true.
Is this happening? Is that the game plan of like getting your kids real estate pretty much with your music?
You know what? I love the idea of using nepotism in the right way. I think that we've seen it for generations, and having a lot of gatekeepers use it negatively to box out people who are underprivileged, people who are of color. And so now I feel like I have a bit of power to do that for my own offspring, and I'm going to use my black nepotism in the right way. Like I don't see anything wrong with that. It's not something that she's going to probably remember until maybe when she's 12 and she's like doing music, and I'll remind her, oh, by the way, when you were 2, this happened. It might just be a fun fact for her, and then her goal will probably be to do it on her own. That'll be her struggle, quote unquote. But I really value the ability to offer some kind of stake in what I'm building and in my brand, and I would do that 10 times over with any company that I have. It's almost like a mom and pop owning a laundromat or anything. Like, yeah, my offspring are going to know how to run this business, and they're going to come and own it. For me, it's just with music. So
I love that, man. She's going to be at 10 years old when she does figure out everything that's happening. She's going to be like, when there's, when they're going back and forth about what your mama has, and like, my mom has a Grammy, and so do I.
And me also.
Right? Well, I think 5 DJs around the country should, when we first play your record, like I think I was one of the first ones, we should get 0.00001%.
Honestly, you're not wrong, because you guys are actually promoting a lot. Yep. I appreciate you guys, and thank you so much for all the love and the positive messaging behind each song every time you play it, the intention, and bringing my energy. You guys are the transmitters of it, because without you, people wouldn't hear it. So I appreciate.
You know what I'm bringing back on my own? I'm not doing it through TikTok and everything like that. Coasting, bro.
Oh.
I am. That is such a vibe. That was such a, like, I'm not saying your fans and me and we know about this record.
Yeah.
But that is such a feel good, fun record. And now when the weather's cracking over here a little bit, like putting that on, I'm literally just playing it on a regular. Go check that out when you get a chance. Check Jammin' and Coastin'.
I love it. Yes.
So if TikTok can do it, why can't I?
That's right. That's right. You're right. But it seems like a very you want a barbecue cookout vibes, or skate, or just something that feels timeless and like the old school feel good music. So
and I'm sure once you like On My Mama and all those records took off, all your back catalog really took off too.
I did see that. There was a couple of albums that I had. Well, they're EPs that I did as an independent artist, so I kind of able to see the back end of those increase even more, and people doing their research, which is really nice to see. As like the art of discovery, when one thing has a light shining on it, people start to dig deeper into whatever is also lit.
Right. Yep.
So.
No, I love that, and congratulations on everything. I'm looking forward to this next project of yours. Any song titles or album titles or anything yet? Nothing's out.
I do have an album title, but I haven't shared it yet.
Okay,
it's a good one.
You can text me or you can tell me later.
Okay, bet.
All right, man. Victoria Monét's in here. We got this new song. It's called "Let Me." I love that you're that R&B singer that. I grew up in a different time, so the R&B kind of shifted a little bit
for sure
in the last 10 years.
Yeah,
I feel like there's a few R&B songs that are coming back, bringing it back to that real R&B song.
I love it.
And this is definitely one of them. Let's go and get into this one, introduce it for everybody, and then we'll come back with some Victoria Monét.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl Victoria Monét here, and this is my new single, Let Me.
Let Victoria Monét do whatever she wants. Let me, man. There you go.
I love it.
I love that right there. I love the breakdowns. I love the old school R&B, and I love the rollout too. A single before an album. Who does that anymore?
I love it.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You got another great record.
Thank you.
You gotta let me. You gotta play me some of the other stuff off air.
Honestly, yeah. I need to come because the album is done. So.
Nice. Oh, it's okay.
It's done.
Nice.
It's done. So I gotta play. It's a long one also. So.
Nice. I'm excited about hearing that. I saw you were with our boy, and I'm gonna bring this up because I do a lot of work with Jalen.
Yeah.
I do a lot of fundraisers with him. I DJ a lot of his things. We just did the parade. I've known this guy, and he's one of the smartest guys I know. Yeah. Funny guy. How did you get him to salsa dance? Because that's our boy right there.
You know what? He already liked to salsa dance.
See, we would never known that.
We were having a conversation, and he said he likes salsa. I was like, no, and I was just as surprised as thought maybe the world was. And so I was like, we should take a lesson, because he had never had a formal lesson. And I brought my salsa teacher in. Shout out to Raul, and we just been salsa dancing. He's amazing.
Did you know how to salsa before that, or no?
I was taking lessons from Raul for about a year and a half prior.
Just because?
Just off and on. Yeah, I loved it socially. I love dance in general, but I've been very interested in ballroom and social dancing. So salsa, starting with that, and I'm currently taking rumba, cha-cha-cha, tango.
Wow.
just learned how to waltz. So
all sorts of dance. You're just doing it all.
Nice. I love a side quest pretty much, and I love a side quest. So it was very easy for us to connect on dance because it's something we already both really enjoyed.
He's a great, he's been in here and we talked, and he's an athlete. So now with this Twitch, you're seeing a lot more of his personality and stuff like that. Yeah. And this was right before the Twitch, so when we all saw him dancing, we're like, what?
But I'm a strong believer in cross training. I think it's the smartest thing athletes can do is learn dance because of the rhythms that are in sports, because of the training in footwork. I have a cousin who played in the NFL as well, and he was taking ballet, working on his feet. And I mean, that's something that all athletes are using is their feet. And salsa is another form of that, learning how to sidestep. And when I'm looking at him playing in the game, I'm noticing it is a bit of a dance, like the way that he has to move around the players. And I'm like, I see he's very smart to do that. So
we're gonna start seeing a lot of athletes start this.
Hey, I'm like, let's take the whole team. Shoot, we're trying to go to the finals.
And that dude is. I'm telling you, when he will take whatever he can to win, and that's probably a reason why he is doing that too. So
MVP.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
All right, so do I even have to ask who's taking the chip this year?
Nah. You already know who it is.
Because I saw your post. He's like, Boston win.
Duh, of course.
Of course. Well, that poster behind you is not going to help the rumors.
Hey, Kobe's a legend.
Kobe's the legend, of course.
Account.
No, I think the reason I have these guys is because Kobe, I grew up in LA, but it's more the work ethic.
For sure.
And Jalen, same thing. The inspiration behind Jalen and Kobe and the work ethic. And even Marcus Jones. I don't know if you know Marcus Jones. He's a Patriots guy, but similar mindset of work ethic. And I know most athletes have it, but when you see it firsthand, that inspires you, because that's what I put my career in, without obviously being an athlete, but with the music and the DJing and stuff, and the working hard and just going hard. And that's why I keep them up.
I mean, it's no matter what jersey you wear, no matter what pair of shoes you wear, high heels, or whatever your I guess your career path is, I think that everybody who is great in their craft has the same frequency. It has some of the same elements, and it's somewhat of being well-rounded, working hard, being consistent, making sure that your relationships are amazing, having great intentions. There's all these ingredients that become part of everybody who is very successful. So when you talk about Jones, when you talk about Kobe, you talk about Jalen, when you talk about LeBron, Michael Jordan, all of these legends, they all have the same essences, no matter what team they were on.
Right.
You know what I mean? So shout out to all of the great people. I'm talking Beyonce, Michael Jackson, like everybody who is at the cream of the crop. Yeah. They have those elements.
100%.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
thank you. Yeah, no, it's 100%. And everyone, you saw how many stations I'm on. Everyone's like, "Yo, you're doing too much. You got to relax."
No such thing.
And I look at Khaled. I look at Ryan Seacrest. I'm like, I'm not doing enough.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel the same way about Beyonce. I'm like, wait. So you mean to tell me we got the same 24 hours in a day? So it's very inspiring to know that people can fill their schedule up and still be fully great at the one thing that they're known for, but then also have all of these other side quests that they're also great, but help the greater good of the one thing that they're known for. So I wouldn't say
100%. Jay-Z's line, just because you couldn't do it, don't put that on me.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah, don't put that energy on me, because I'm gonna make it happen.
Exactly.
There it is. Victoria Monét, you're always you've been so sweet every time. We've ran into each other, obviously the show and then a couple of events and stuff. But thank you for what you're doing. I'm so glad. Continue winning.
Thank
you. Your music is amazing. you bring joy every time I hear your name or something. I'm like, yo, she needs to win and continue winning. So
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
What do you want to tell Boston before you get out of here?
I love you. I really do love you. I've had such a great time in the city. You guys show me so much love. And it's a really, really cool place. And I mean, this is so random, but I just thought about it. I went to the museum and I learned that Boston has the biggest collection of Monets outside of Europe.
Oh, wow.
Like, wow. Well, Monet, Boston, it's a match.
There it is. All right, two things though before you get out of here. What's your, are you allowed to say where you're about to do tomorrow? Or
Yeah, I'm going to be the keynote speaker at Berklee College of Music tomorrow.
Nice.
So that's why I'm in town. I'm very excited to do that. Anytime I can give back or share knowledge and maybe help people skip a couple of the steps that I took, I'm open to do that. So I'm happy to be here doing that for tomorrow.
I love it. Well, good luck with everything. Do you prep for that? How do you prep for that?
Actually, I don't have to have a speech, so they're just asking me questions. So I feel like my life has prepped me for that.
Okay.
And besides that, I'll just get cute.
There it is.
They look presentable.
All right, what's classic? Can we play Coastin' to get out of here?
Yeah,
we gotta
absolutely.
play. Yes, let's play that one. Let's take it back. Victoria Monét, definitely go check her out. She's getting on the UK tour, so if you're gonna go see Bruno Mars out in the UK, you're on that one.
Yes.
And then what are we putting into the future? What are we putting for the next 4 or 5 years? What are we?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. What are we gonna make happen?
Oh, there's so many. I have a long list, but the most urgent thing that you will get after tour is my album, my new album. So these singles that I'll be putting out this year, be on the lookout because they will be on my next album.
There it is. Thank you so much for coming into radio and doing this with us.
Let's go. Thank you.